What is up, everybody? It's here back with another YouTube video. In today's video, we'll be talking about a major winter storm that's going to impact a lot of the central and eastern U.S. on Sunday and Monday. Let's get right into this video. So first here, let's get into the day 3 to 7 hazards outlook across these areas today. We've got for day 3 on January 5th or day 4th. For January 5th and January 6th here, we have a wide area of heavy snowfall ranging from St. Louis, Cincinnati, Columbus, Indianapolis, Springfield, all the way through Kansas City here. We've also got a big zone for ice potential, and this could be very dangerous for both these areas with major impacts, including Evansville, Louisville, parts of the Appalachian Mountains in Kentucky, also including areas like Paducah and Evansville and southern portions of Missouri, including Springfield, too, across this. We've also got an area of strong winds near Kansas City that could occur, and we could see some strong winds to cause blowing snow. Then, to the south, across Nashville and Memphis, we are going to have a big area of rain here across these regions, and then a potential severe weather threat across Louisiana, Mississippi, and Arkansas here. So, alright guys, so we're going to look into the GFS ensembles here. This is for the precipitation timing. The GFS ensemble is kind of not really like the best look at things, but we're using this because it's going to be more accurate than a lot of the main models right now. We're still not as accurate. Once we get to around tomorrow, I will make another forecast as we're going to get a lot more in depth on this here. But around midnight here, the storm is going to first head into the St. Louis regions. It's going to get to Kansas City around 3 to 6 p.m. on Saturday. Then it's going to spread a massive area of potential for freezing rain and sleet across these areas. I do think this is going to be much further south than this model is showing. I think that it'll already be snowing in these areas. And then I do think sleet will be spreading across the areas, but this shows a big area of freezing rain coming in through St. Louis and Kansas City, then this wide area of freezing rain coming in. This is a lot different from some of the other models here. Then it shows it eventually around 3 a.m. on Monday switching over to snow across most of these areas and bringing heavy snow towards Kansas City and St. Louis regions, and then continuing with snow across the northern areas of Indianapolis into Cincinnati, and then ice across southern portions of Ohio, and also shows ice across Evansville and Louisville in Kentucky. So the next model we are going to look at is the national blend of models here. This basically blends in and basically combines all the different models together into one to get the most accurate forecast we can get with this. And this is what it does show from this system. This is not like 100% what our snow totals are going to reach here, but this shows 10.7 inches, around 10, I think more, the forecast could be more towards maybe 7 to 9 inches for St. Louis, and then to the north showing 12 inches and a wide range of 6 to 12 inches across this area here. We're going to have a big band of snow reaching from Kansas City all the way into Indianapolis and Columbus, Ohio, reaching from totals from 6 to 12 inches across this wide region here, guys. This is what we are forecasting with this system. If we look at a more bigger map of this here, guys, this is showing a massive area of 6 to 12 inches going all the way from Kansas City all the way into potentially Maryland here. Now, we aren't going to go too much into details on these areas down there as they're still a little bit further out from this system, but I do think an area in these regions are showing the most snow of around 8 to 10 inches across Missouri, across portions of St. Louis, into Springfield, and Indianapolis, and Cincinnati and Ohio for this system here today. Now, if we look into a more in-depth situation here, the ice totals from the national blend of models also shows this is really conservative in my opinion. I do think the ice totals could be a lot higher than this. A lot of the models are showing that the ice totals could reach a lot higher than what this is depicting, but this is showing a wide range of a little over 1/10 of an inch for this whole area going across from Kansas all the way over to Kentucky here across the Ohio Valley regions. Then the highest probabilities of ice reaching into these areas just right south of St. Louis and close to the St. Louis area. If we look a little closer to this, it shows almost up to 1/4 of an inch of ice for a lot of areas south of St. Louis and into the St. Louis regions, showing that St. Louis could get nearly 1/4 of an inch of ice with this system, guys. But this is a little conservative, and a lot of the models are showing that across these regions could see a area of a ton of ice with this system, guys. This is going to be a very dangerous system, and people really need to be staying off the roads with it. Now, if we look at the European model for this system, guys, the European model is showing a wide range of accumulation with this system, showing a big area of ice going all the way from Kansas all the way into portions of Kentucky into West Virginia. This one is really high. I don't know if we're going to see this much ice, but we're going to see a massive ice storm here. This goes from anywhere from St. Louis down southward all the way south into southern Missouri here, reaching Evansville, St. Louis, Louisville, and southern portions and south of Kansas City regions. Guys, remember, any little small change into the track of the system could make this storm go to the south and to the north with this system, guys. This is why you need to take this with a grain of salt, as the ice probabilities could go north and reach St. Louis or Evansville or Louisville or even potentially Indianapolis more, or could move further south and bring more snow to these regions over here. This is why we really don't know what's going to occur right now until about tomorrow. I'll make a forecast tomorrow on this. The GFS ice total shows a pretty similar situation with just a little bit less ice and a little bit further to the south, showing a lot of ice, showing up to 10 to the inch of ice in St. Louis. Remember, guys, anyone watching this in St. Louis, you could see some ice, so definitely stay off the roads. Even though you're going to see snow too, this could be a winter battle zone, meaning you could see snow, ice, and a lot of sleet potentially from the system, guys. Evansville, you're going to see a lot of ice too. Better stay off the roads. Same thing with Louisville and Cincinnati. Could see a bunch of ice with this system here, guys. Now, if we look down south here into the deep south regions, this storm system is also going to bring in potential severe weather outlook here with a 15% chance, slight risk of severe weather coming in on day 4 here, including Jackson up to Shreveport, down south, barely south of Little Rock, and including the southern portions of Memphis into the Memphis metro from this system here. We could see a big-time severe weather outlook. Let's go in-depth into this here in a second. Now, we are still a little bit too far out here from this system as we are on day 4, but this is showing a lot of moisture coming in from the GFS on about Sunday at 10 a.m. here, showing completely enough moisture for severe weather up into the 60s. Anything above 60 is enough for severe weather, and we have enough of it in these regions here. All the way getting up to Tennessee, we have enough moisture, so this is plenty of moisture to produce severe weather here, guys. If we go even into the If we go to the convective available potential energy, guys, we don't have nearly as much convective available potential energy as we did from the last system, but we still have a decent amount of convective available potential energy. This could potentially prevent some of our extreme severe weather and maybe kind of calm down the severe weather for this system that's coming through, but we still could definitely see severe weather, as this is definitely enough energy for thunderstorms to form here, guys. I will go a little bit more in depth on this storm system for you guys in the deep south, but definitely stay prepared on this for day 4's outlook, guys. I hope everybody did enjoy this video, guys. I will make a more in-depth forecast in the future on this on Friday. Expect me to make another in-depth forecast by this on Friday, guys. And I will make a more in-depth because we're going to get a lot more information as this storm system is kind of off the coast of California, and once it reaches onto land around tonight into tomorrow morning, we'll have a lot more details in on the potential snowfall forecast and more. Hope everybody did enjoy this video, and bye, guys.